Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to WWE 2K24. I wanted to start out with a bit of information here just at the beginning, and then we're going to jump into the actual gameplay. So, my plan for this game is I'm going to go through the Showcase of the Immortals, which covers some of the biggest matches in WrestleMania history. I'm going to do those matches first and hope to have them done before this year's WrestleMania, so that way it sort of builds up to this year's WrestleMania. Now, one issue I will say with the WWE games is that I do find that they have a lot of copyright issues on YouTube. So I have turned on the creator friendly mode, which does eliminate the music for now, and hopefully will take care of most of the issues with copyright. But I can't guarantee that there won't still be some, particularly if there is some video that plays during the Showcase of the Immortals matches. I will do my best to have it still be as detailed as possible, but I will have to remove sections if need be in order to please YouTube. With that in mind, once I'm done with the Showcase of the Immortals, then we're going to probably move on to a sort of weekly play where we do the universe mode, where I'm going to cover Raw, NXT, and SmackDown on a weekly basis. I'm going to try to keep the titles fairly consistent to what they actually are in the actual real world, and we'll see how that goes. And I did want to make one more statement before we actually get into the game itself, and that is sort of the controversy and sort of an issue I find with the game right now surrounding one particular superstar in Brock Lesnar. Now, Lesnar has been a face of the franchise for a long time in WWE. He's an incredibly popular character. And as of recently, there has been a controversy going on with Vince McMahon, where a former employee of WWE has made allegations that Vince McMahon was doing some inappropriate things. And because of that, Brock Lesnar's name seems to have been brought into the situation. Now, I find that really sort of frustrating because of the fact that it does not seem like Brock Lesnar has actually done anything illegal or wrong. And yet, at the same time, what you will find if you play WWE 2K24 is that he is not a playable character throughout the majority of the game. If I were to go to play here, he is not a character I can select to play. Now, I say throughout the majority of the game because I do know that when we are playing through the showcase, they have left two matches for 2014 and 2015, respectively, in the game where you will play as Brock Lesnar. Unfortunately, unlike a lot of the showcase and in years past, where you will get to unlock characters by doing certain things within the showcase, you cannot unlock Brock Lesnar. They've basically just removed him from the game overall. Personally, I think they would have removed him entirely if they had had the time to, but because this situation came up fairly recently, they just pulled him as a playable character in most areas. Now, to me, the issue is, as I said, he has not done anything wrong. And so it does feel like we, the fans, are somewhat getting punished over what is really, at this point, sort of a foolish lawsuit. Um, I do hope that 2K and WWE in the end up doing the right thing. And in one of the DLCs that is going to be released, Brock will become a playable character. For now, I just wanted to touch on that because I do want you guys, when you're watching my videos and stuff, to understand what you'd be getting if you were to purchase the game. And I want you to understand the fact that if you were to purchase this game, you're not getting Brock Lesnar as one of the characters. So if you're a big fan of his and stuff, he is not playable. I would recommend instead that you buy WWE 2K23, where he is there just like he should be. But with that being said, throughout the majority of this series, I'm not going to do a lot of commentary and such because of the fact that the announcers during the matches do a great job themselves. And for the Showcase of the Immortals, there's a lot of information that's described by Corey Graves for the matches. I did play through one match. I've going to redo that because of the fact that I did have copyright issues with it. Hopefully, the creator friendly mode takes care of a lot of those issues. With that being said, I hope that you enjoy what I'm able to produce. As I said, we will go through the showcase, and then after those videos are done, I will jump into the universe, where I will try to keep it fairly real to what's going on in the actual WWE universe, but I will play matches for particular wrestlers that I prefer, and then I'll have the other ones just played out by the computer. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and jump into the first match of the showcase of the Immortals.
Can compare to standing tall on the grandest stage of them all. A Sunday night gathering at the arena has, over time, transformed into the monster two-day extravaganza that fills mammoth stadiums with people traveling from all over the world to be there. At WrestleMania, one will experience the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, all done in the name of chasing glory. I'm Corey Graves, and I'd like to welcome you to the WWE 2K24 showcase of the Immortals. Here we will spotlight some of the biggest, craziest, most jaw-dropping, action-packed matches in WWE history. It'll be on you to retrace the historical footsteps by way of our showcase objectives and lead these titans of industry to victory. This year, as WrestleMania turns 40, let's look back at the journey to get here together and relive some of the most memorable moments from WrestleMania's past. The first WrestleMania set the stage for everything that was to follow.
All the way around the world. Now you know what it's all about, brother.
Celebrities were out in full force, showing that this was the place to be. WrestleMania II pushed the boundaries, taking place in 3 different locations: New York, Chicago, and Los Angeles, delivering 3 huge main events. But it would be WrestleMania III in 1987 that truly displayed WrestleMania's full potential. And for our first match of the 2K24 showcase of the Immortals, we go into the first verified WrestleMania Classic, the legendary clash for the WWE Intercontinental Championship between champion, the Macho Man Randy Savage, and his challenger, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Intercontinental Champion since February of 1986, Savage tore through anyone who challenged him. That included a successful defense against George the Animal Steele at WrestleMania II. A clash between Savage and Steamboat during a late 1986 edition of Superstars would see the Macho Man retain via countout, but that wasn't good enough. He would launch a vicious attack on the Dragon after the match, taking him out of action. Savage would attempt to duplicate the attack on Steamboat's friend and former opponent George Steele during the first Saturday night's main event of 1987. Fortunately for the Animal, Ricky, what transpired between the two combatants can only be described as art. A fast-paced, high-action classic unfolded in front of 90,000 plus in attendance, with both men coming so very close to victory on a number of occasions. Would Savage be able to turn back the challenge of his angry opponent? Would Ricky Steamboat get revenge? These questions would be answered over the next 15 grueling minutes. And when it was over, everyone in attendance and those watching at home knew they had been a part of something special. The two superstars would forever be etched in history following the match, with Ricky Steamboat finally putting an end to the Macho Man's historic reign. It was all action from the moment the bell rang. After dumping Steamboat back to the floor, letting you know that Savage understood he was in a fight unlike any other he'd been in before. Things were only getting started. The Macho Man was trying everything, and that included fighting dirty. But Steamboat and Savage's frustration led to him making a big one, charging at Steamboat only to be backdropped to the floor. Steamboat finally had a huge opportunity to pour on the pressure and put Savage away.
2.